A somber night tonight in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where we are awaiting the worst that Laura has to bring. This likely will be ground zero, expecting either direct landfall with the eye passing right over Lake Charles or just off to our west. Either way, we're going to be in that eye wall. We're going to have that historic storm surge that could be unsurvivable in places. Guys, it is terrifying. But look at this. Before Laura unleashes its fury here across southwest Louisiana, East Texas. Look at that. Say red sky at night, sailor's delight. Doesn't always work that way. Red sky, yes, not a delight at all. This is going to be just a night to remember for so many who have stayed behind, but even the families who have left that are watching this, of course, keeping up with the Weather Channel continuously. We're going to be all night long, all day tomorrow, and really all week covering this, not just at the coast, but all the way through. It's a long night ahead, and it's going to be an eventful one, that's for sure.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Things are going to go downhill pretty quickly here in Louisiana, unfortunately. We think that the northern eye wall here is just maybe 3 or so hours away from hitting us along the coastline and maybe 4 to 5 hours from hitting us in Lake Charles. 150-mile-per-hour winds, if you're just joining us. They've been going up steadily throughout the day. Could potentially even go up before landfall. Pressure 940 millibars continues to drop. What that means is the hurricane is still intensifying, and some of the more recent passes with the hurricane hunters have measured as low as 936. So it could still be intensifying right up through landfall. The official forecast from the Hurricane Center puts the winds at 150 at landfall tonight. I would say 150 to 155 is a pretty good bet for us this evening, but hurricane winds could go all the way to northern Louisiana and the Arklatex here. And then the storm feeling the effects of westerlies going through Friday and then the weekend, quickly pushing its way even into the northeast, where I think you'll experience the very breezy conditions. Here's the big concern. The storm surge is going to be potentially record-setting in this part of the country. 10 to 15 feet in the varying shades of pink here, and 10 to 20 feet, I should say. There'll be some communities, I'm not kidding here, folks, we wiped out. The homes won't even exist. And when you see some of the aerials that'll come out of here sometime tomorrow, your jaw will drop. We've just seen it happen so many times before that it's almost a certainty at this point with that kind of right front quadrant hit. A large area of 110 plus mile-per-hour winds are likely here. Numerous counties and parishes inland even. But we think that hurricane force winds go all the way up to Shreveport. Those would be sustained winds with gusts, I think, that could go as high as 90 miles an hour in Shreveport and a place like Alexandria. That's going to cause damage. That's going to cause extensive power outages. They'll be widespread in this area that's highlighted in purple. Lake Charles and points north up the Sabine River Basin here. Shreveport to Texarkana, Alexandria, likely power outages for us. A lot of trees will come down here as well. And we could have likely power outages that touch us here in Little Rock, Arkansas as well. But it could extend possible power outages into Memphis, Tennessee. The heavy rain also a very big concern, with many locations picking up 8 inches to a foot closer to where the landfall location will be, but 5 to 8 inches that go all the way up into central Arkansas. That will cause flash flooding and potentially life-threatening flash flooding. We urge you not to get behind the wheel of your car and drive into high water. Very likely to see the flash flooding highlighted in red tonight. The pinpointed location, Port Arthur, Beaumont, and Lake Charles. Overall, when you look at this thing, Alex, it is terrifying in every sense of the word.
Scary stuff. You know, we talked about this for days, knowing that a storm making its way into the Gulf could do what it's done. You hate to see it, though. We look at Shreveport now, and this is in the northwest part of the state, and this is an area that could see hurricane-force wind gusts as we head into tomorrow. So let's look right now. Winds gusting to 17 miles an hour. As we head into the overnight, things are going to pick up. We could see those gusts around 40 miles an hour, very quickly ramping up by late morning tomorrow. I think we're going to be looking at gusts around Shreveport at 50 to 60 miles an hour. How about 60 to 70 miles an hour in Natchitoches? And in Monroe, we could be looking at 40-plus mile-per-hour gusts. Now, we get you into parts of Arkansas, northeast Texas. We're looking at gusts, what, 40, 50 miles an hour? So this is going to be a real issue well inland before they begin to back off late Thursday and into Friday. We look at Shreveport's future radar, and things are really going to be picking up in terms of the rain. By tomorrow morning, some of that moderate rain moving in, you're getting soaked by late morning. It's going to be coming down heavy and steady, and that could lead to some flash flooding. So that's why it is so crucial you stay off the roads tomorrow. Never drive through any flooded roadways. This is going to be a real danger in communities into northern Louisiana and portions of Arkansas. Do we have a live look at Arkansas or Little Rock? All right, let's get you a live look at Little Rock right now and see what we're dealing with now. Dry roads, a little bit of traffic out there, but again, staying off the roadway is going to be critical as we go through the key time frame for you guys in Little Rock. So we watch a few showers out there tomorrow morning. It's really late morning and early afternoon that rain begins to really move in earnest. So 3, 4 o'clock, there's the heavy rain beginning to work through the Little Rock area. It's going to pile up, bring that possibility of flooding on roadways. Some of those small creeks, streams could overflow their banks, and rainfall total forecast in the Little Rock area could be around a half foot. Mike, you can be the master of your own destiny. Stay off the roads in some of these areas because flash flooding, I think, will be a real threat way inland.
Life-threatening. Well, folks, we are just hours away from landfall along the Gulf Coast. Continuing coverage next. Jackie Jarris, hurricane expert Dr. Rick Knapp, and our crews reporting live from the heart of the storm.